we have an email from Kate. She writes in, BakeSpace.com. How did you advertise the site and get traffic on the site to get people to come and get information and recipes and so forth? Why or how did they choose yours versus the Food Network's, which is way more well known? This is a great question. Babette, you want to tackle it?
Sure. When we first started, I can't stress how important a PR firm is. I really cannot stress. They can help you figure out how to not only clean up your message, but to make sure you're reaching out to the right people and you're reaching out to the right reporters and they're helping you do a little bit of the heavy lifting. Another thing you can do is once you have a great property, if people are passionate about it, they'll go out to their own community. In 2006, Facebook really was only for college kids, so we really didn't have the opportunity to be able to sort of tap into some larger networks at the time. So we relied on our members. We said, hey, if you like the site, we gave them an easy way to forward an invite to a friend. We also did a lot of campaigns. We recently did we did 2 campaigns with KitchenAid. So if you upload a recipe or you invite a friend, you can win an appliance that day. We did that for a month-long campaign. So if you start adding in contests and giveaways and things that are exciting, you can use that as a little bit of PR. Another thing you can do is you can advertise. You can go to some of the communities. You can call up, like for us, we would call up a culinary school and we'd say, hey, you've got a whole bunch of chefs there. Like, we want you to come try out our community. They were very open. We did something with Le Cordon Bleu pretty early on. I think because the site is so grassroots and it has a little bit of an edge. It's not so slick and perfect, and the community is really what builds it. Right. The members in the community that's coming in, they don't feel necessarily like they're getting a marketing message.
Hey, Babette, it seems so.
Sure.
It seems so easy that you just went out and started this food social networking and cooking site, and then it just grew organically. But there was a time when you thought, okay, I was in television, I don't have any internet experience. How did you actually build the site? How much money did it cost you, and did you self-fund?
Well, I'm glad you say it looks easy, because it's really.
No, I'm saying we're missing a chunk of the story, I guess.
People always ask me, they say, if you knew then what you know now, would you have started the site? And I absolutely say, no, I would absolutely have not have started. But I'm really glad I did. It has been the most rewarding thing I have ever done. When we first started, I was extremely green. The benefit about being green in while I think you should do some market research and I think you should make sure that there's a need there, don't just build something blindly, because a community like this takes a lot of manpower and it takes a lot of passion. It does take a lot of funds. But if you have a little bit of a green side, the potential is unlimited of what you can achieve. If I were to have worked at a tech company probably early on, I would have probably have 50 million people tell me, no, you can't do it. So by having that little by just being really passionate about the community and wanting to build something that I wanted to use, it gave me the insight into being able to just do it. I mean, people asked me in the beginning, they said, you're going to put beta on your logo? And I'm like, beta? Target doesn't use beta. I mean, it's like the concept wasn't even, I had no reference of how to begin this. All I knew was that it was something I wanted to use. It was something that as soon as we launched, we got some attention. And once that train leaves that station and you start building momentum, there is no turning back. I mean, the community makes of it what it's going to become. We self-funded for about a year, and then we got a small friends and family round.
Babette, it's an incredible story. But again,
Mm-hmm.
that's the entrepreneur in you. It's like, okay, I see this, I see the need, I'm going to, again, the phrase I came up with that is the hallmark of every great business, someone who saw a need and met it, and somebody who found a problem and fixed it. That's see a need, fill it, find a problem, fix it.
But in her world, especially in the social media world, you got to hit it out of the park, or they'll love you or they hate you. They can be just as relentless out there and just as awful, and they could have just as easily say this site is worthless, don't go there, and then you're toast. Like, so she was so fortunate and had such a solid product, and she knew it, because once you get those people on your side, man, it's organic and it goes to all over the place.
Well, what I like, though, even though it is a social media site, you know, it's kind of a more modern type of business, is that she used very traditional common sense strategies. You know, she used word of mouth. She used contests and giveaways. You know, this is all very, you know, I think a lot of people think there's these great secrets. How do I build my business? It really gets to those really common, you know, the common sense, grassroots, time-tested approaches.
And I think also doing the co-branding, and that's an underplayed card often that entrepreneurs forget to use because they think, how am I ever going to get a big television show like this to work with me? But you have to give them the benefit, and they'll think about it. They want entrepreneurial strategies infused into their brands too. So when you can co-brand something together, now you've made yourself more legitimate right out of the gate. So always think about how you can joint venture with somebody, co-brand your brand, and become more powerful quickly.
And delicate balance, though, between bringing in revenue and alienating your core customer.
Absolutely, which was what she did so brilliantly.
I said, what did I say? Seamlessly. It's seamless. Hey, keep.